Jesus said he will come back, and he is the last prophet. And today, according to you,
he has come.
According to you,
he has come.
He comes like he will not be the
according
prophet.
to us, he has come like always the promised ones come. Scan the entire history of religion. You will come across many promises where old divines were mentioned to revisit. They were promised. All right, we agree with all of them. They have gone to heaven somewhere. Has anyone returned in person or not? This is the question. Show me. One person. Even I permit you to use the Shia beliefs about Imam Mahdi. He also disappeared. But has he come back in person? Where?
That's the problem.
Buddha.
What I told you, we are learning. If we follow someone, someone can give us his opinion. And when we meet another person, he gives his opinion again. But if the opinion...
All right, I understand.
Yeah.
If you have to go to Wanderers Town Hall, you are summoned by the council, for instance. You ask someone which way leads to the Wanderers Town Hall, he tells you this way, and another person says that way. Would you abandon your attempt to reach the town hall and sit there because of opinions differ? So I don't have to go there anymore. You will certainly not. You will use your wisdom, your mind, your logic, your common sense, and sift the material presented to you and decide which one is right and which one is wrong. That is what you do in everyday life. So why shouldn't you do that in application to the recognition of the Mahdi and the Messiah? Listen to us, listen to them. Then compare and sift the material with the help of the inbuilt system which God has provided you of the touchstone of taqwa, the fear of Allah, and common sense. This is a touchstone with which every man is born, whether he is Yehudi or Isai or whatever name you may give him. The Holy Quran says, Kullu mawludin yuladu ala al-fitrat. So this is the fitrah, the law of Allah, which is unchangeable. And you are also born with this provision of the possibly entertaining the fear of Allah and using your grey cells, right? So do that. All that we tell you is this. Thank you. Yes, I suspected that if you were also from Ivory Coast, you would not permit any other African to ask his question. So my suspicion seems to be right, but there is another gentleman sitting there for a very long time now. Out of courtesy to him, let's bring this series of questions on your part to a close.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please. Amir of Nigeria, where are you? There was another appointment with you immediately after this, but it was by mistake that I thought we'll be able to dispose of the questions within 1.5 hours. So would you permit us to use your half hour in the same question and answer session as we are holding today? Thank you very much. Jazakumullah. So no problem. Half an hour more. No. No. I'm telling you that we have more, half an hour more now. Please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Albert Fortune. I'm from Sierra Leone. Some 3 weeks ago, you said in one of your sermons on a Friday that you had started teaching Urdu by television, satellite television, right, throughout the world. By that you meant that you would, by that medium, be able to reach a majority of Muslims, and they will be able to understand. My question is, how beneficial will Urdu be to the majority of particularly people from developing countries like mine, where
no,
the
acquisition... I understand. I'll answer you satisfactorily, inshallah, don't worry.
Yeah.
There are 143 or thereabout number of countries who have partially accepted Ahmadiyyat, some in lesser numbers, some in greater numbers. In some countries there are hundreds of thousands of Ahmadis, in Africa and elsewhere. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now they speak at least 100 different languages.
That's true.
And they have accepted me as their spiritual leader. And they want instruction from me in sermons every Friday, at least. And they don't want to benefit from whatever I tell the rest of the whole Jamaat, also equally. Now what answer do you propose? Which language should be taught to them, whereby they could have access to my views directly without translation? If you insist on translations, then the translation system in itself inherently is so poor and so inadequate that anyone, even if he is so competent both in Urdu and English, cannot simultaneously translate me correctly. You see, he is translating something in his mind first. When he starts speaking, I continue to speak, I don't stop. So what about that part which escapes his attention? So if continuously fills the blanks. And in religion sometimes this mistake is very fatal. Already I know people have objected to some things I supposedly said in my sermon in the previous days, which I had never said. So I have to invite them to listen to somebody, with the help of somebody who knows Urdu and English or other languages, to the original, and then they will know that this is not what they said. So this is, I believe, Allah's design. He put it into my mind to do away with the system of translation by teaching Urdu language as the common medium of instruction to the entire world of Ahmadiyyat. But that is not all. That's only a partial statement. What we are doing is we are teaching them Urdu, Arabic, German, French, and 7 other languages. That is to say, in all together we are teaching them 8 languages simultaneously through the television. So, it's a choice for everybody. The Urdu speaking will be able to converse with their brothers. If they choose Albanian as their language of choice, they can converse with their German brothers if they choose German, and so on and so forth. So it's a two-way beneficial program. The world of Ahmadiyyat will be able to commune with me, or I will be able to commune with them directly. Now this was only possible if we did not use any other language for teaching purposes. And this already has been demonstrated to us successfully by Allah Himself. You belong to Sierra Leone.
Yes, Hazum.
Do the Sierra Leone mothers teach their children the language they speak, or do they not?
The language they speak?
Yes.
Well, naturally...
When you were a child, your mother taught you how to speak your language, didn't she?
No.
Your father did?
No, I got it automatically.
From where?
From them.
That is not automatically. They were consciously trying to teach you a language for which they have no help from any other language, because a child was born blank, and they succeeded in doing it, despite the fact that none of them was trained in the art of teaching, like Bachelor of Art or Master of Art of Teaching. Illiterate mothers, illiterate fathers, and the society around. They taught you and they are teaching.